Conscientiousness. It's the key to a longer life. Let me show you what you can do to increase your longevity. Did you know that the #1 predictor of longevity is conscientiousness? So in a long-term study over 8 decades long, started in 1921 actually, Dr. Terman, who was a psychologist from Stanford University, studied school-age children, and they studied them into their 90s to determine what makes people live longer. So their findings were very interesting. Conscientiousness increases longevity basically because of better decision-making and better relationships. But here are a few things that actually helped to increase longevity. Hard work, doing what you say you're gonna do, showing up on time. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. If you say you're gonna be somewhere, be there on time. Also, planning, perseverance, having a strong social network of like-minded people, appropriate worry, believe it or not, that kept people making the right decisions that were healthy for them, and a list of daily habits, knowing what they were going to do on a daily basis. As simple as good table manners, flossing your teeth, being polite to other people, but those daily habits ingrained over time because they help make people make better decisions. So what were a few of the things that actually increased mortality and decreased longevity? Let's take a look. People who catastrophized as opposed to overcoming problems didn't live as long. Being angry, focusing on the negative, not showing up, not being reliable, all had a negative impact compared to the kids who worked hard and could be reliable. But very interesting, people who learned how to turn very negative situations into something positive lived longer. So it didn't mean they didn't have obstacles. It didn't mean they didn't have negative childhood experiences. It means they learned how to not catastrophize, and they learned how to help others with what they had gained, the knowledge they had gained. Very important point. It's a big part of what we teach in the Brain Warriors Way. So what can you do to help increase your longevity and pass this on for future generations? You can assess your brain and fix problems. Anything that's interfering with your decision-making process. If you have ADD, trouble focusing, anxiety, depression, you need to assess it and then do what's necessary to fix it so that you make better quality decisions, so that your social circle is stronger, so your relationships are better. Have a plan. Know your daily habits. Tape them up on the mirror if you have to, but go through them on a regular basis until they become completely ingrained. Focus on what's positive. Focus on gratitude. Focus on the things you appreciate about people. Just the simple act of, in your mind, going through an exercise of saying, I appreciate you because, and even telling that person, I appreciate you because, you will be surprised. It's even stronger than gratitude. Find a healthy role model. If you're not good at this yourself, it's okay. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to beat yourself up. Copy someone who's really good at it. That's what I've done with my life. There's so many things that I struggle with and have struggled with and probably always will struggle with. My way of dealing with it is to find people I respect, people who have succeeded where I am not my strongest, and I copy them, I emulate them. And one really important question you can ask yourself with almost any decision before you make it, and then what? If I have that affair, then what? If I eat that chocolate cake, then what? If I scream at my kids on a daily basis, then what? Play it out. Just have that sentence in your head firmly planted, and then what? You might be surprised at how powerful it is in helping you transform your decision making. So how conscientious are you? Do a quick assessment. Go through this list because it just might affect how long you live. So we would love to have you as part of our tribe because it's your tribe that's going to make the biggest difference. Let's face it, none of us do this perfectly. We all have our challenges. We have trouble with conscientiousness. We have trouble with sometimes showing up, or we have difficulty with brain issues like ADD or being anxious or just not. We all have our areas we struggle. That's the power of a healthy tribe, because where you're not strong, someone else will be and they will support you. And then you can support someone else with your strengths. So we'd love to have you join our tribe, the Brain Warriors Way. We look forward to seeing you in your growth toward conscientiousness?